Oh, really? One per stream? I bet you Gregley's taking one. I'd almost bet my paycheck on that one. Hey, black belts are good if you get them in the right circumstances.
Yeah, I think after Sonny went 6-0 running the Thief as primary melee, people are giving Thief another look here. But like I said, they're useful even if they're not going to be your primary melee. You get a katana on one of those guys at level 12, and they're still going to do like 150 damage a turn.
Yeah, they can definitely put in work in the right situations. Yo, Trenton, what's up, my man? Hopefully we'll be going very soon. We got a little bit of technical difficulties they're dealing with, and then hopefully we'll be off to the races.
It looks like everything is pretty well resolved, so we should be dropping the gates soon.
Well, you came to the right place, Trenton. Lots of fun to be had here. Looks like our restreamer in chat is pointing out that the technical difficulties on the other streams are resolved. So we should be on the go shortly, and we are going to get some rando action.
Yeah, just a quick shout out to our team behind the scenes. Syl is doing the restream, and Dwight and Russian Bishop are doing the tracking. So thank you very much for the help.
Cure 2, pure, cure, harm 2. Nothing much at level 1 white. Come on, black. Oh, there's Nuke. There you go. Seat over.
Yeah, we've hit the Rojo jackpot already.
Yeah, Rojo's got a smile a mile wide going right now.
We got to see if Life or Life 2 pops up in level 2. If that does, it's gonna be off to the races.
Well, there's no houses or tents available in the potion shop, so they're not going to be able to save before TOFs. So we'll have to see what looks like. Darin is taken to the sea here.
Yeah, Darin
for first.
Yeah, just says forget about it. I'm gonna go blow up some pirates. Nuke works pretty well on them.
I mean, that's not a bad idea because you never know what you're going to see in TOF. Sometimes TOF can be a real pain. It looks like Rojo's the first one in. Going to check the bottom chest, and we have a cabin. That'll be good.
Yeah, and I almost feel like Rojo should just run out and use that right now. That creep takes out one of the red mages. You got to keep him alive.
Yeah, see, it's parties like these. That's why I don't like TOFR sometimes.
Yeah, Show also running into the group there. And yeah, Darin is just gonna drop down some pirates here, so that's an easy level 3 probably.
This creep's really putting out the damage there.
Yeah, I guess they roll high. And hey, you were talking about early Oxio. Well, guess what Darin just found?
There's your early C play. Oh, cheap tents too. That's going to be really handy if these runners actually find a step route in here.
Yeah, and Joe just get blown up trying to make it through there. See what Show finds in the upper room there. It looks like a decent chunk of gold. So if Show can get out with that money, that would help. And we just saw Life at level 2. So Rojo is in the catbird seat right now. We got Lit 3 at level 2 as well.
And Brack. So yeah, the red mages are really going to pay off here. If you can keep them alive, that is.
All right. Meanwhile, Show's the first one on Temple of Fiends on our side, and we've got Tail and Crown.
Hey, there's your early Tail. So, this is almost looking like a thief seed already.
Yeah, everything is stacking up real nice and early for everyone except poor Darin, who's got the black belt and doesn't want to promote.
Yeah, but he's still got the 2 red mages, so he's got 2 casts to nuke. Show's got 2 as well, so really the only advantage here, Rojo has 3 casts. But it looks like Devioxs' True Garland as well will be picking up his crown and whatever the king gave. I can't remember already. Tail.
Yep.
My memory's short, but it's good.
Yep. King gave you the hat right off the head. Here you go.
And, all right, looks like Darin Dryce and Show are making the Matoya play now. Meanwhile, we have Rojo gonna nuke Garland.
Yeah, Darin's probably hoping to find some money in a canal. Canal would be nice. Don't have to do marsh. How about a sun sword though?
Sunsword's going to be a valuable pickup for all these runners. It's going to make the fighters good and the red mages good off the start.
Yeah, even Darin can use that sun sword. So probably about the best all around unpromoted sword that you can find, barring the Mazmune.
But I mean, it's really going to make more an advantage for Show because I mean, the other people are probably going to be firing nukes with the red mages most of the time anyway, so you might not see too much action swinging that. I mean, I know if I have level 1 nuke, it's just basically every round is just fire everything. Like there's none of this subtle stuff. It's just all out.
All right, Devio is headed straight over to Provoca and is going to be able to pick up tents and cabins are over there too. Get 10 packs of those. Won't be too bad. Darin's tying up the loose ends here by heading up to Temple of Fiends. But it's either the canal's going to be in Dwarfs or we're going to have a marsh dive, and that ought to be fun to see.
Yeah, unless that crown turns into our canoe early, which is very possible.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting too because once you drop that crown off, it's you're right over in the marsh area anyway. Do you feel how risky do you feel to take a dip in there?
Well, I mean, if Astos doesn't give you any progression, then yeah, you're going in right away. I think the only way I probably wouldn't go is if he gives me the canoe. Then you're probably going to want to head more towards your incentivized stuff. But other than that, I'd be heading marsh.
Yeah. Oh, probably the most agonizing item you can get from him would be the key.
Yeah, that or the rod even, and then you have to go in to get the loose canal. Just give them a Thor's hammer. That's all they need.
Yeah, Thor hammer wouldn't be too bad on these teams that are rolling the thief either. It gives them some little more AOE clear.
Looks like Darin Dryce is having a little easier time in TOF after taking all those pirates and getting a few levels. So.
Yeah, just steamrolling through level 4. Garland is going to be no problem at all. Rojo is going to wipe out these pirates here. And Devio is doing the Matoya play. So kind of everybody kind of went in different directions, but they're all going to reconverge on Marsh or Dwarves pretty soon.
Yeah, you're going to see them all reconvene right at Astos' place. I think that's where you're going to see everybody meet up. Then Astos is going to be looking out his window like, okay, there's 16 people coming with a bunch of nukes. What do I do?
Just leave the crown at the door. I'll just put something here. Here, you can have this floater.
Yeah, I don't want the crown. Here. Just take it. But actually, finding the key wouldn't be bad in Darin Dryce's situation. Because if there's a good grind tile in the locked room in Northwest Castle, then he would have a definite advantage right away.
All right, so good news for Darin and good news for Show, both for different reasons. They find an opal armor in Dwarves, which means Darin can sell it for money for spell charges in Elfland, while Show can just reset out and grab that armor later for the fighter.
Yeah, it's definitely good for Darin Dry, so it'd be good money, because that normally sells pretty good. Bizzo, you are absolutely correct. All right, we're going to get a look at level 3 black. Ooh, where's Quad X and Saber? That could make a thief really dangerous.
Yeah, Saber landing in a thief learnable slot, probably one of the best outcomes. And Show is able to pick up exit on that white mage. It's also red mage learnable, but Show probably got the charges for it already.
Yeah, exit makes Marsh a little bit easier to swallow because you don't have to walk out.
Oh, we got a loaded level 4 there. We got Fast Temper and Ice 3 all in the Black Magic shop.
Yeah, you don't like to see Fast and Temper on the same level, but
Perfectly fine with that. Only one of them's got to cast fast.
yeah, this magic is definitely falling in for Rojo right now. All he needs is like a nice life 2 somewhere, and
I mean, he's got life. If Cure 4 shows up in the first 2 slots in Melman, he's pretty much all set.
looks like Show is going to be our first to make the Astos play.
So you got to deal with the Wolf Pack first, and they got Sleep Touch, and they got Paralysis Touch as well.
And there's a lot of touches going on tonight. Oh, Show takes a dive.
Yeah, I think I would have been happy just getting out of that fight closer there, but he's gonna take the reset.
Alright, looks like Rojo, Devio, and Darin Dry are doing some shopping in Elfland. Their next play will probably be Astos as well, so the race is on. Come on, no canoe. No canoe, so we gotta go Marsh. Yeah, Red Mage definitely has... Ooh, well, we're going back to Elfland, folks. This is also really good for Darin Dryce. All these quests getting close together like this, the Inner Sea.
Yeah, it's also real nice that you can kill Astos early as well, because that 700 experience that you get from that fight is that's not trivial. It helps out a lot.
Yeah, especially at low levels like this. I mean, you're just firing nukes. Astos ain't gonna stand up very long. So it looks like we might have the jet seed people we're looking for here.
All depends on what this herb turns into.
Yeah, now, would you go Marsh or would you go turn to Herbin since you're here already?
I think I go turn the urban, especially if I don't have any houses, because Show's at level 7 right now. I could get that exit charge in the bank, and if I got to do Marsh, it'll be a lot faster.
The thoughts of a former champion. But I think, looks like Rojo is taking the high road here. He might be heading for Marsh before turning in that herb.
Yep, and I figured somebody was going to do it. You gotta, high risk, high reward play.
I mean, if the herb turns out to be something like, say, the cube that you can't use right away, and there's a loose canal here in Marsh, I mean, Rojo's going to have a distinct advantage right now.
Now we're about to see what that herb turns into.
Useless. You're going to Marsh, folks.
Yep, Rojo knocking that out real early. Show also going to have that exit charge, so that'll be pretty nice. And I guess topping off some of the gear too here. Need some cabins and heals.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Rojo picked up exit or not. I wasn't watching, but...
Yeah, Show's got 2 exit charges, so that's good enough for both wings of Marsh. You just got to keep the white mage alive.
Rojo's our first runner into Marsh here, so... Marsh is usually a tricky play when you're low level, because some of these enemies can have some bad mamma jamma.
Yeah, there's a lot of different enemies that you run into, and they usually show up in like packs of 4 to 6, so good luck getting turn order on somebody with something nasty. And these guys have Poison Touch. We got Lit 3. We got Glance. We got everything that's awful. But Rojo's got a bunch of life charges. So
yeah. I think I wouldn't bother bringing anybody back to life. I just check these top boxes, and if there was nothing good, I just reset out.
Hey, speaking of the top box, that's a canal.
There we have it. So now the outer sea is open. Oh, and a ribbon.
Ooh, and iron armor as well. We haven't seen anything good in the armor department either. So that's yeah, almost everything in that top half was useful. And Show's gonna make a dive to the bottom and is gonna get electrocuted by some zombies.
Yeah, so Marsh is actually pretty loaded at this point in time.
Also, Gyre with the Twitch Prime sub for 43 months. Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome aboard, Jar. All right, let's see if Bottom Marsh pays out anymore.
One of the things I'm curious about is what are we going to see on that tile as far as in place of the wizards.
Yeah, because trap tiles are shuffled, so that can be any of the higher level trap tiles too. So if you meet something really dangerous on there, it could be a rough go.
Yeah, I mean, alternately though, you could find a couple of sandworms and get yourself up to level 12 real fast.
Yeah, it looks like Darin bought a bunch of silver Cheerios for his group, so he does have some armor protection.
Yeah, that's going to be real nice, especially when you run into enemies like gargoyles. The multi-hit guys, they do a ton of damage to you early unless you have even a copper bracelet or wooden armor. Silvers, they're going to be doing 3 for 3.
I think that was Crawls with fire too.
Yeah, that's a little rude. Rojo not spending any more time on that tile, so I guess it wasn't anything good. Missed out on what was guarding it there.
Yeah, so we have all 4 runners in Marsh. Devio picks up his canal. We'll see if he decides to go deep into Marsh. Some people might just pick up the canal and leave too, right?
Yeah, and anybody that does that and immediately snap exits, well, that feels bad. You miss out on that ribbon.
Oh, the Dragon Sword, another good weapon available down here.
Yeah, and Rojo's probably happy about that because that's about as good as it gets for the thief, as long as it's not the big stick.
Oh, Devio hitting those lightning 3 goals.
All right, Show finds a couple of Hydras and going right after his life casters, unfortunately.
Yeah, and they got initiative on them too, and Hydras always hit hard.
Yeah, but that's another level, and I think Show's good. We're not going to see a grind on that tile.
Yeah, no, it's not the tile you want to grind on at the moment. Darin is quite happy with those swords finds for sure. And it looks like Rojo's out, so...
Oh, there's also gators on that tile as well. Yeah, that's a hard hitting tile. I don't begrudge anybody for skipping out on that.
So did Rojo just skip out on Bottom Marsh, or did he exit out and finish it?
He finished it, but so did Show. Show just zipped out. So those exit charges paying off already.
Yeah, because Rojo was the first one in, and now, Show is pretty much on his heels at the moment, as is Darin now. Something's got stone touch. Or stone something or other.
Yeah, it looks like those Geists, and that's bad news for Darin. There wasn't a lot of money in the pot early on, so that's going to be a trip to Canaria.
Yeah, it looks like Rojo's going to fill up on level 4 here. Show is going to nuke down some Grimps and a Werewolf. So you got your Canal. You don't got a Ruby yet. You don't got a Canoe. So, I mean, your play has got to be Crescent Lake, you would think.
Yeah, as far as I see, you got two plays. You can either stop in Melman, check the magic shops out, and then go to floor one of Earth just to see what you got there as far as tiles go. Or you just head straight to Crescent Lake.
Yeah, because maybe dive to top of Earth, hope for a stray loose item or something, maybe give yourself an advantage. Or like you said, I mean, you got nukes galore. You find a good trap tile, it's a good time to get some levels for sure.
Yeah, you don't even really need a premium tile. I mean, even if you see the seafood party mix, you're at level 9 right now, and if you get up to level 15, you're probably done for the rest of the seed.
Yeah, good point in chat too by semi-stable. Early C is on the table as well, remember, because we do have Devioxs. So if you don't find a canoe at the Sages, you don't really have a lot of options besides Earth or Sea.
Yeah, and there's a lot of treasure chests up in Mermaids.
So do you take the gamble on Earth because you got exit so you can go down as far? Or do you head for C? Because C is incentivized, so, I mean, hey, C is probably going to be the play you'd want to make.
Yeah, I like Sea to Crescent Lake. I wouldn't blame anybody for trying to get some levels in Earth before going into Sea, though.
Yeah, C can still be dangerous. You can have all the nukes in the world. If a pack of 9 lobsters gets the drop on you with something nasty, nuke ain't going to help you.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be 9 lobsters. Sometimes it could just be 3 ghosts.
It looks like we have Devioxs making the Crescent Lake play here. Looks like Show and Darin are flying out the inner sea here. Show going to give us a first look at Melman spells here. Level 5, White Magic. Not a whole lot good. Invis 2.
Yeah, Invis 2 and a Red Mage learnable slot, so that's another good option. And Warp is promotion locked right now, so nobody's going to get that. Exit or bust.
Yeah, you like to see Warp though.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if some people try to put off Ice Cave until post promotion.
Yeah, I think if Crescent Lake doesn't pan out to give you too much, I think you're going to see C on the table next because there's a more bulk density of chests than Earth for sure.
Yeah, and I think Show's gonna see what's over in Crescent Lake. Rojo's over there already. We got Lock and Lock 2 on the same level, level 6. So that's good for the Black Mage, not so good for anybody else.
Yeah, and Lock 2 do. Oh, look, there's the Ruby.
Oh, that changes some math. Now you got access to 2 items, and then there's still that one that's sitting around in Waterfall, or not? Excuse me, not Waterfall, in Sea Shrine.
Yeah, with the Ruby, I mean, the play to make now, you gotta go to Sarda. You gotta take the 2 checks over 1.
Yeah, and sailing straight down from the Melman dock, that takes you right to Onrak as well. Everything lines up pretty nice for this play.
Looks like Devio is heading for the Ruby check here. He was just trying to get his sea bearings, his sea legs built. Meanwhile, Show's got his Ruby now. He's gonna exit out, get an in, save time walking.
Yep, just in and out, right?
That's a loaded question. Alright, so basically our 4 runners have pretty much got the same progression right now. Everybody's been to Crescent Lake. I mean, when do you think we're going to see the big route divergence here?
Probably after this Ruby blows up into 2 items. We also see Darin's looking at this rod for sale in Crescent Lake, and man, you'd be awful tempted to try to finish Earth while you're over there.
I didn't see the rod for sale. How much was it?
It looked like it was 20K. So I mean, Darin's got enough, selling all that fighter gear. But I don't know if anybody else I don't know how everyone else's finances were.
I mean, if you look at it right, this ruby check would turn out good for Darin Drice, because if he drops Earth, looks for a good grind tile, I mean, he's got a lot of key items, a lot of bonus experience for his black belt. I mean, it'd be a good time for him for sure.
Yeah, Darin's not far off at all, so it looks like he might just take a fight and then cash that in. Unfortunately, it's a single troll, and those guys are broke.
But they sure hit hard for being broke.
They're broke, but they're no joke.
Meanwhile, Show is shocking some Sahags.
Oh boy, there's a crystal.
Have you looked at the spreadsheet lately, Edge?
No, I have not.
One runner has found an extremely valuable item somewhere. All right. Looks like we have Devioxs going to give us our first look here at what the... oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe he is. A little bit of cash, a little bit of more cash, silver shield. Ooh, there's our canoe. That's going to open up so much of the world now.
Yeah, that's looking... so Ruby looking like the absolute play to make here.
Yeah, now Sarda turns into something, say a floater. I mean, this is going to be zoom, zoom, zoom. Does Devioxs check Sarda? Oh, the crystal.
Yeah, so that's another turn in that's right in the neighborhood as well. You know, just shoot into the inner sea, and maybe that turns into something good. Give you some other options.
Yeah, it looks like we got Rojo leaving now, Darin Drice leaving too, and Show about to get his canoe and crystal. So right now, I put Devioxs a few minutes ahead of the rest of our runners here at this moment.
Yeah, moving pretty quick through this seed for sure.
Yeah, we're not even half hour in, and we're pretty well, we got like 7 or 8 key items, and you got another check which could possibly turn into something big. Although it looks like Devioxs was deciding not to check the crystal, maybe? Or he just lost.
Not sure what's going on here. Maybe it was like, why am I in the inner sea? And then, wait, now I remember. So it's a way to give 15 seconds back.
Yeah, you definitely got to do your key item checks first before you go anywhere else, especially if you got a fetch quest on the go.
Yeah, I think if he got too loose and there's something nearby, I can kind of understand doing it. But Devio's in the middle of nowhere. You might as well see what that incentive leads to.
Yeah, it looks like Show is following in his footsteps, as is Darin Drice and Rojo. So Davey is going to give us our first look at the crystal. Ooh, we got a bomb. Latoya was mad, lost her eye. She wanted to bomb somebody. Another fetch quest. I mean, we're 26 minutes in, and we've ran through a lot of the key items so far.
Yeah, this is sort of the configuration that helps Darin out the most is, low amount of chest check. That free ribbon is helpful to everybody, but Darin's probably hoping that there not too many more show up.
No, I think what Darin Drice is going to do now is find a grind tile. Pump that black belt up to 42 and then just carve your way through the game, or punch.
Yeah, the old Gregley special there.
Looks like Devioxs about to give us a look at the TNT. Oh, there's the rock.
Wow. Before in the air before 30 minutes is pretty good for this flag set. So this isn't the jet seed that we're hoping for, but I don't know. Maybe it's more like a prop plane.
Yeah, this is definitely going to come down to routing for our runners now. Who can do the checks the quickest, who gets the good RNG in the dungeons, because, I mean, you pretty much got the magic you need. You almost got the key items, you're only maybe 2 or 3 short. It's going to be quick. I would say 115, 120 for our winner, maybe.
It all depends on where those loose show up. We still have, we still got a lot of places to check out.
Looks like Rojo's found some rock balls here.
It's a pretty good
That's a
pile.
good grind.
You know, when you don't have any paper to beat rock, just use nuke.
You can always roast a good rock.
Darin also doing the nuke strats, and down goes the. Yeah, I think we have a 2-man setup here.
Well, I mean, it's a good grind tile. I'm not sure if you could single grind it, but although they don't seem to be too high in the HP.
Yeah, I don't think you could. They just hit a little too hard. I don't think you could single grind it, but 2-person grind definitely doable here.
Yeah, you pump that black belt and that red mage up at the same time, and then once the black belt can stand on his own 2 feet, he just becomes an absolute wrecking machine.
He's gonna be a Hulkamaniac for sure.
Yeah, he's going to be taking his vitamins. It's like Rojo's checking some chests here in Earth, so he's making the Earth dive. He does have the rod, though, so he might be taking a full clear of Earth right now. This is not a bad play, but we know it is going to slow him down a little bit.
All right, Devio digging out the Cardia Islands. The big dragon horde not having anything other than an ice shield.
Yeah, it looks like Darin's going to check the chest in Earth 2 here, while Show's going to come across his floater very shortly, so he'll be a happy man to see that.
All right, now it's floater time for Show.
I mean, being in the air this early, you got all these key items, you got checks to do. I mean, at this point in time, are you feeling like, okay, maybe I'm behind, maybe I want a level playing field with everybody else?
I think it's too early to say, but anybody that did see before heading over to Crescent Lake has got to feel pretty bad when they find their floater and canoe.
Yeah, because the floater and canoe just open everything, so it's just, then it just comes down to who can route the best. And it looks like Devioxs has promoted, so Steve's going to get a little bit deadlier if he finds a katana. Plus he gets another nuke charge. Can never have enough nuke. Never. Ooh, X-Cal. There's your sword.
Yeah, there's your endgame sword, unless you're a thief.
Yeah, pretty much for Rojo, that's nothing but money. Won't benefit Darin Dries either, so. And Show is in the air. It looks like he is going to head for, I would say, promotion right away. Yeah, check Cardi Isles as well.
Yeah, anybody that's not bringing a black belt, promotion is the big priority here.
Yeah, because the promotion will allow you to pick up that warp charge at level 5 too. That's going to make ice and ordeal so much easier for you. And both those locations are incentivized. Now we're still short 2 loose, and we haven't seen the Thor's Hammer, the Opal Cheerio, or the Power Bonk yet. Looks like Devioxs is going to give us our first look at our deals here. Shows promoting, and looks like Darin is going to go back for his grind some more after checking the chests here.
All right, Ordeal's not a bad play when you've got a lot of AoE, but maybe not so much in the way of levels. It's pretty good to pick up 2 or 3 levels, and if it turns out to be something awful, well, you can always just, exit out and remember where you've been.
Yeah, for sure. And Darin back on the grind here. Ooh, Gargoyles with Sleep. That could be dangerous if they get the drop on you.
Yeah, they were annoying, showing up in packs of 3 and 2 in Marsh, but this is even more rude. And Darin's made it up to 16 so far.
There's the trap tile.
Oh gosh, was this is this the mud goal tile?
Yeah, this is the room in Ordeals nobody ever checks because it's a link chest.
Yeah, I don't mind checking this for a tile, but unfortunately these worms just rolled super high in the HP department, so that's going to be a white for Devioxs.
Yeah, they got these 2 back there, plus they hit hard, and they got a lot of HPs, so that's not a very foreseeable grind tile right now.
Yeah, they're a little beefy. That'd get you from 32 to 42 pretty quick, but how do you get to 32 is the question.
Yeah, looks like Rojo's going to full clear Earth here on the way. So this ain't a bad play either. I mean, get an orb out of the way, get a dungeon out of the way, but unless you get ambushed by a pack of wolves.
Werewolves was that? Yeah. And it doesn't hit anybody on Rojo's side. All right, round 2, here we go. Now everybody's going down like bowling pins.
They go from 0% to 75%. That's pretty good odds right there.
Yeah, I mean, that works out to be about, about 35 or 37.5%. So.
Show picking up his rod here, so he might be deciding to make an Earth play very shortly.
Yeah, and, progression has showed up a lot in Earth lately, so I wouldn't be surprised at people making this gamble.
No, I mean, yeah, Earth's been a pretty popular spot there. It usually has at least one good loose item in it. All right, looks like Devioxs made it through the maze fairly easily. Oh, that's a trap tile you don't want to see. Especially with no Blast of Ice 3. Oh, he's got a couple, so he might be okay here.
Yeah, it all depends on what they've rolled. 8 under 200, not bad. This is more your speed as far as quick levels here.
Yeah, this wouldn't be a bad grind to take when you got all these nukes and ice charges right now.
Yeah, it's one of those that you wish that guy was in front of the exit, so you felt a little better about throwing the nukes out, because you haven't really seen a lot of the enemies that can show up here. Maybe get through a mummy.
It looks like Devioxs is going to take it here. He's healing up, and he walked right next to the square, so.
Yeah, I can see dump your second ice charge into it and then save some nukes for getting through this, especially since they have invis too, which means if they go first, they just waste your time.
Yeah, and you're not going to hit them in now, so. But I mean, they rolled pretty low, like you said, so one good nuke pretty much wipes them all out, right? So it's definitely good to get a few levels here.
Yeah, this is a guaranteed one rounder for sure. It's just a matter of how much time you want to spend here.
And especially since Devioxs promoted too, right? So he promoted before 15, so he's going to get his 4 charges on the Thief relatively quickly as well. So that's more nukes and sabers for him. So it's definitely looking good for him to grind here.
And 4 charges on the Fighter as well, which is that's not trivial. That is we have life learnable on the Fighter.
Ooh, Waters with glance though.
Yeah, this is about when I might wrap things up here.
Yeah, once you see one bad spell, that's the time you pushed your luck too far. Especially since I don't think we've seen any soft potions yet. Alright, Show is in the ordeals as well here, and we have Darin, Dryce, and Rojo making their way through Earth.
Got flame armor sided as well.
See if Show decides to do a little grind here as well. And we have a loot.
Yeah, this is this is it.
This is the tile. This is where Darin Dryce wants to be.
Yeah, if Darin wraps things up, the faster he finds that tile, the better off he's going to be. That is the rocket ship to 42 right there.
Yeah, and they don't look too strong, and they don't look like they have anything dirty. So
yeah, Devio feeling the same way. Just it feels bad that the fighter's not going to get any levels, but you know what? Everybody else needs levels too.
Yeah, I mean your fighter will catch up quick enough, but I mean the quicker Darin Dryce gets store deals now, the better he'll be. And Show's going to find his grind tile. I imagine he's going to stick around for a while as well.
Yeah, and Rojo finds a light axe and a gold bracelet. So Earth proving to be the nice to have dungeon, but the not the essential dungeon.
Yeah, it does look like we do have a few orbs lit on other streams here at the moment, so some of our runners have been making good progression through dungeons.
Yeah, and Darin's about to join them. Just has to get through this Earth Elemental and then, give Lich the old what for.
Yeah, it looks like Show and Divya are going to take a bit of a grind here. I mean, it's a good spot to exhaust the rest of your charges. I mean, you're right at the exit. You walk out one step. I mean, it's win-win.
Yeah, and Show passing up the waters means he's got more charges for this tile. So ended up paying off for him in the long run. Yeah, already level 18.
Now, I mean, how far do you take this? Do you take it till you're out of charges, or do you keep going till you're done level-wise?
I think if you're Darin, you're done level-wise. If you're anybody else, you take it till you're out of charges.
Well, it looks like Show's happy at level 18 here, so... I mean, also, now you have the knowledge. If Topher turns out to be rough and you need some quick levels, you know the Pillar Maze wasn't hard to get through, so... Meanwhile, Rojo just nuking the purple carpet. Burns the rug to the ground. And Rojo, the first runner on our stream with an orb lit at the 40-minute, 50-second mark.
Yeah, it kind of feels bad that you didn't find find the items that you were looking for, any of the loose items, but you found some good gear, and you did a dungeon that you already needed to do. So the question is, where's Darin going to go from here? And the sooner he finds ordeals, the better off he is. Because once you get those levels, it makes everything else that much easier.
Oh yeah, if Darin Dryce hits ordeals shortly, I mean, 2-man party, black belt, red mage, I mean, he's given, what, maybe 15 minutes, black belt's level 42, then you just punch your way through the seed.
Yeah, I don't think it would even be 15 minutes given how much stuff that everybody's found so far. I mean, we got all the Ruby turn-ins. We've got most of, we finished out the Inner Sea turn-ins as well. We're just looking for a couple of loose items here. We're close to max experience already, and when he picks up that loot, that's going to be even more.
Looks like Show found some sandworms off the reset too, so that's not another bad grind if you want to do it.
Yeah, it's just Show's just gonna stop and help himself to some sandwiches before moving on here.
Level 7, nice doing Bane. Not much good there, you'll see.
Yeah, he's probably trying to figure out, hey, where the heck is that fade?
There's your Cure 4, level 7, 47k.
Yeah, so Show's going to be the only one that has it. If we got a Rude Chaos, that's going to be the ace in the hole for Show.
And there's the cheap pro rings for 13K. Gold bracelets for sale for 10K. So I mean, for 23K, you can outfit a mage quite well at this point in the game. All right, Darin Dryce, what's on your mind, buddy? Where are you going? Don't know where he's going, but Rojo is now into ordeals. See if how much of a grind he decides to take as well. Darin Dryce using the seldom used river to check Matoya to get his TNT, which will turn into his floater.
Yeah, so he might have to go a long way for this one.
There's Rojo hitting the worm tile, but they got initiative on him, and they come out slicing with the ice twos.
Yeah, he's getting hit back for pretty much everything. So yeah, unless yes, 400 nuke hits one of those worms and nothing happens.
And that worm just sucked back a max nuke and didn't die. Yeah, no, you're not grinding on them anytime soon.
Yeah, Show's gonna help himself to this nacho if convenient, and then Rojo is just twisting and turning through ordeals.
Yeah, it looks like Show's going to give us a look at the waterfall here, so.
This is also not a bad place to get some experience as well. The 7-pack of Perilous go down real easy if you don't have any good spells. The mud goals are vulnerable to zap. And you've got ice spells that can take out the nightmares. So usually, even if you don't have the best of magic, you can find some experience here. But when you got level 1 nuke, everything looks pretty good.
Looks like Darin Dryce says, remember where the Opal Cheerios were, so he's going to go outfit his mages, or outfit everybody with a gold Cheerio.
Yeah, Darin, the downfall of the the black belt and mage party is not a lot of defense, but getting gold bracelets for everybody is going to help, and those pro rings, when they show up, they're going to help a lot too.
Yeah, you definitely want to, when you got a mage party, you definitely need to get them some quick absorb, or else they're going to take one shot to the face, and well, they don't get very much hit points, so.
Yeah, those multi-hit enemies, it doesn't get any better. You run into nightmares, you run into a 7-pack Argoyles. Yeah, it's no fun for anybody. The lobsters will the lobsters will fillet you if you don't have anything better than like chain armor.
A couple of red dragons, they were pretty easy to beat, but here we're going to get our first look at the waterfall stuff, because we're still looking for 2 loose items here.
Yeah, so we got a whole lot of nothing in these treasure chests, and how about an Opal Cheerio? So that's pretty good for one of the mages.
Yeah, it's definitely going to serve your mage as well. So now I imagine Show is probably going to dip C while he's here. He's got the tools to take out Kraken, so.
And meanwhile, Darin's just going to reheat some steak here. That's if you found that off power cycle, forget about those eyes. That's your jackpot right there.
Looks like he was up at Sky here. I don't know what the play was there, just to check the encounter, maybe?
I think maybe he was going to ordeals and just hit the wrong dock.
And Rojo's found the 3-eye grind tile here. See how far he takes it.
Yeah, I don't think Rojo's going to need to go as far as most people. Just get those nuke charges going. It's not going to take you too long to get 9 of them.
No, it looks like Show's our first runner in the sea here, so see if we get a good look at any items in here. So he's going straight to the incentivized chest on Mermaid floor here, so see what the ladies are going to give us. Ooh, a pro ring. Useless flame sword. Although you're red mage can use that, so, or you can just drop it, I guess. It is better than the dragon sword, but
Not good enough. Just get out of here. Oh, hey, there's an adamant.
yeah. So that's another key item check. Because right now I think we're sitting on a cube and a key for goal mode, so.
Yeah, we're not too far off here.
So if the adamant turns into, say your key, hey, there might be something behind the key.
Yeah, I think Darin kind of tried the Galaxy Brain play to, get that, to get that crystal turn in, but it didn't immediately lead to anything good. In fact, if you were anywhere other than the inner sea when you turned that crystal in, it was bad news for you.
Yeah, I mean, Darin Rice finds that at the 48-minute mark. You gotta feel miles behind right now.
Yeah, but I mean, Darin's got the the mean blue machine, and that's one way you can catch up.
Yeah, he's got the... Oh, and there he is. He's going for ordeals. The smile that's going to come across his face when he sees that tile.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, this is definitely going to make this a little bit more spicy. And we got Show clearing out a light axe. That's a good find, especially when you don't have any harm spells or fire spells on you.
Yeah, and I wonder if Show taking a bunch of levels on that eye tile, he's ready for the Kraken fight. Whereas if anybody tried to come here early, I don't know. I think you're pushing your luck there with light on nuke charges, light on lit 3, light on armor, and it doesn't feel good going into a Kraken fight that way.
No, right now Darin Rice got to hope for like a really bad Topher for people. Oh, we hit the worm tile first, and they got initiative, and they're coming out with the chills. Meanwhile, we're about 75 chests in, and still no loose item yet.
Hooray!
Looks like Devioxs about to hit the mermaid, get his adamant.
And I mean, we got a lot of information here, looking at all the runners going to different places and such. My suspicion is that we're going to find the second loose item behind a key lock.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's more seeming that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just we got a lot of we checked a lot of chests so far, and we just didn't find anything incidentally. So it's got to be someplace that nobody's got access to yet.
Looks like a few of our runners have found something nice. All right, Darin Rice is through here, so now he'll be coming across his eyes soon. All right, Rojo's about to get in the air here, so that's going to make him a little bit happier. All right. Oh, there's the lobsters you don't want to see. They always hit like beasts.
Yeah, and they rolled an extra hit too. That was 4 on that black mage in the back row. Show luckily having a lot of access to life. He might need it to make it through this.
Looks like Rojo's finally going to turn in his herb here. I don't know. Once Darin Rice sees this tile and sees the eyes, I think I can see a few people taking a dirt nap very soon. Meanwhile, Show is heading for the Kraken. So he's got a few more chests to check, and if he doesn't find a loose item here, it looks like C would have been not a bust because we don't know what the adamant's going to turn into. But yeah, he's starting to switch armor around. Now, if it was me, I think I'd go back up to that water tile. Maybe see if you can't get a few taken out.
Oh, baby, that's a big find on show side. There's a key.
Oh, loose key and C.
Yeah, and on the Kraken side as well. So that's twisting the knife. All those guys that went to the C first.
Ooh, Wizards with Brack.
Yeah, that's rude. Hope you got some soft potions.
I don't think we've seen any soft potions so far this seed. I mean, if I was Darin Rice, like I said, I think I'd walk back up to that water tile just to get them to take out a few guys for me. Because you know they only had Invis too. So. Unless he's planning on doing a 4-man grind here.
Nah, I think he's just trying to get these top two down, and it's just, wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, and the eyes aren't going to hit you for very well anything, so. But he's going to get an off-tile fight eventually, so that might help him out at the time.
Yeah, I almost feel like looking for that would be better off because, like a 6-pack of mummies are going to do a heck of a lot better than these 3 eyes.
Yeah, Dwight, softs are always available in Corneria, just like Piers are always available in Corneria, just in case something early game has something bad.
Yeah, so you don't get soft locked.
Or soft stoned.
Oh, Devio right behind, also picking up the key, so nice move on Devio's side as well.
Yeah, so Devio and Show are hand in hand here right now.
And right now Darin setting up these eyes just keep missing this 2 health red mage. Like he's all red, you can't miss him.
Well, they're on Bulls here, Edge now. I mean, this is a Darin Rice. You got to go to 42 here. You don't have a choice. Meanwhile, it looks like Rojo is stuck in midair. Well, there he goes. We got the slideshow effect going on PowerPoint.
All right, it looks like Show didn't find anything else of note in C, but Key's pretty darn good.
Well, looks like Darin Rice is almost at the point he wants. If those eyes can just hit me one more time, but I am super evasive, boys. You're not getting me without a fight. Ed, you're already on the ground. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you'll never take me alive. Wait, what? That was the plan? Oh, no.
Now Darin Rice got what he wanted. 2-man grind.
Yeah, so 2-man should be pretty solid here.
The Show going to wall up, attack, and throw some nukes here at the Kraken, so it's going to always be the fastest fighter. Bad turn order, though. Oh, Kraken's not hitting for nothing.
Yeah, Kraken bouncing off of that well-armored actually, I think it's a well-armored red mage. Just doesn't have it's got the opal bracelet on.
Well, it might have been well armored, but it didn't take that poison very well. And Show has our first orblet, or his first orblet, at the 57-minute mark.
That's a good one to knock out early. So casting some life, restocking on the potions, and then where is Show going to go from here?
Looks like we have Rojo's down.
Yeah, the internet doing a little bit of slideshow. We'll try to get Rojo back here soon. But in the meantime, give the trackers a little bit of a break.
Yeah, tracking 4 people, even with 2 guys tracking 4 people, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Now again, thanks to Dwight and thanks to Russian Bishop for hopping in here for the tracking, and thanks to Silligan for the restream.
Yeah, without those people behind the scenes, folks, we could not make it happen. All right, looks like Darin Rice is just down to the black belt now. Swole mode activated. He's going to be jacked, tanned, and juicy by the end of this one.
Yeah, just the whole day in mall. Oh, we got a bottle. Interesting.
Yeah, that'll be a quick turn-in for show. It looks like he's going to give these chests checked down here. He still probably wouldn't mind seeing another ribbon at this point in time. Plus, we still have the 1 loose. Heal helmet's always a nice pickup, too, if you need a little bit of extra healing.
That was a max price gold chest there. So Show is now in a position where he could, dig around and look for some key chests.
Yeah, Show's pretty flush at the moment.
Yeah, there's heal 3 that lands on the white mage, and that's going to save him. That'll save him a good 30 seconds in Volcano.
Yeah, and Devio takes down the squid at the 59-minute 10-second mark. So all of our runners on the stream have 1 orb lit right now.
Yeah, let's see where Darin is. It just sidling up to the eye buffet. It's like he's at Golden Corral.
Well, I mean, you can't leave now. This is it. This is the grind. This is the rest of your game right here.
Yeah, and I think especially from Darin's perspective, thinking, oh man, I found that floater so late. What's my only hope? Temple of Fiends is awful.
Yeah, Temple of Fiends is awful. But I mean, these runners here, they're still going to check a lot of chests, so they're probably going to be well outfitted before they head in. So unless Kraken's slapping you around for like 16 hits a grand, I mean, which is quite possible. Looks like Show going to do some shopping here, pick up some spells for his fighter.
All right, and Darin is out.
I didn't see what level he finished at, though.
Just running around solo now, not punching anybody else. At least 32 for sure.
Yeah, he's around 600 HP, so.
With all the fasts and tempers, 32 will probably get you there just as good as 42 would.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, a black belt at 32 with a fast and a couple of tempers behind him. I mean, it's pretty much going to be, it's going to be like one of us punching through a gyprock wall. It's going to happen. All right, and Darin Rice getting in the air at the 1 hour, 1 minute mark. Let's see what he decides to do now. He's going to be a little rushed here, I think. Looks like we got Show making the ice play here.
All right, and Show's got warp. So if this turns out to be the last item that he needs, that'll be pretty big help there.
I mean, he didn't check bottle yet, so they're in kind of a risk here, because if bottle were turned into cube, then you could probably skip ice altogether, because you'd be in go mode then.
I think we had Devio checking the bottle location right now.
Did he? I don't know. Fair, wonderful. Oh, the power bonk?
It's not a bad item, but when you got all those fasts and tempers, not really necessary.
There's the slab in Ice Cave. So that's another turn-in.
That's another fetch quest, and we got healing and
that's an ugly tile.
Yeah, so Show's gonna finish out here just in case this dungeon has the last loose.
Yeah, because if you skip out now and the last loose happens to be your cube, I mean, these are chests you're not going to want to come back for.
Yeah, if you leave now, they're the last ones you're going to look at.
And you know that's exactly where it's going to land because that's how life happens.
Well, I mean, they would be tied for last between that and Keylock Marsh.
I think I do Keylock Marsh first before I finish up Ice. But anyway, Darin Wright's going to do his promotion now. That's okay. His black belt's fully leveled, so he's got his magic defense. Yeah, he's 32, so. Rojo was down maybe 10, 15 minutes still. There it is, the big stick.
All right, so even though Sho didn't find the loose item, you found something pretty darn good, and that is an endgame weapon. The endgame weapon.
One of my favorite quotes from a movie. Big knock, baby, big knock. All right, so that is going to help out Sho immensely on that fighter. Yeah, so now, unrunnable here. Looks like we have Darin Wright heading for Waterfall C. And Devioxs gets the big stick. Looking like Ice is a bit of a bust, except for the Massa.
Yep, a whole lot of nothing there. Time to get out.
Well, he does get the slab and bottle turn-ins to do here now. So this is actually good routing on his part because, I mean, now he can do bottle and slab at the same time. They're pretty well close together, right?
Yeah. And that's gonna tell him right away whether he needs that extra loose or not.
Yeah, because, I mean, the only things left now are the Thor Hammer, the Cube, and that's it. So...
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we don't know where that Thor hammer is, but we know the bonk's going to be the bottle turning.
Oh yeah, that's right. So either your Thor hammer's loose or your cube is loose. And I'm praying for the slab to turn into a Thor's hammer. Because you just know something's sitting in the sky. Where the big sky people are all over the place.
All right, Sho's going to crack open that bottle. Darin's going to get the Opal Cheerio, and Devioxs is going to pick up the slab. Rojo, meanwhile, just hurtling through Sea Shrine here.
It doesn't look like any of our runners have all 4 orbs lit yet, so the race is still anybody's game here. Mecca, nobody wants to see a Vorpal. You got Massa. What do you need Vorpal for? Vorpal's good for throwing out the sky window or dropping it in the volcano. I drop it off the Sky Palace all the time. Alright, Sho gonna give us a look as if does he have to check any more boxes or is he gonna be in go mode? And my co-commentator Edge has a good eye on the MARC, so if somebody does happen to finish, we will let you know immediately.
Yeah, so far so good. All's quiet on the IRC front.
Ooh, and it looks like Rojo got a little bit of a stone and a dead red mage. I wonder what hit him.
Yeah, also of note, Sho pulled the Thor hammer out, so now we got a loose cube, and Sho's doing donuts over Crescent Lake right now.
Well, I mean, Volcano's got to be your next play.
You got Volcano, or you got you see if the cube is hanging out in Sky area. Who knows? But
There's life
also,
too.
yeah, that's life too, and that is that Red Mage learnable?
You know better than me. I've been playing this game for about 3.5 years, and I still don't know what the permissions are for the Red Mage.
Nah, it looks like Lock 2's the Red Mage learnable one, and then Cure 3. So yeah, it's first level of black, and then the other 3 in white.
Devio got his Thor's Hammer and all his bad news out of the way.
So yeah, Cube could end up being in a couple of nasty locations here. Actually, a few nasty locations. If it's in the key lock chest in C, oh boy, that's going to be real hard because everybody did mermaids first.
Yeah, and they got the key on the floor out. Yeah, so I mean, Joe didn't go back. Who's going to go back for that one chest?
Yeah.
I'm praying it's there so bad.
Another bad place could be greater than less than room, because I could see a couple people popping into the bottom just to check those 10 chests on the bottom floor. But who's going to check the next 10?
Yeah, I mean, especially with the fact is you're never going back to the marsh unless that's your final answer right there.
Yeah. I mean, right now we've got just the way the seed's set up, a couple of orphan locations there. There's 4 chests that could be real ugly as far as when you get back to checking those.
Yeah, but Joe's going through the volcano here, so he's going to give us a look at the armory, so who knows, he might come across the cube. Now, I mean, once you come across the cube, do you really continue to check chests? Because, I mean, you can still use another ribbon. I mean, you're set for weapons and spells, but...
Yeah, I think you grab the ones that are kind of along the way and just say forget it to everyone else. And, hey, I think we found a loose soft potion, finally. Oh, there's 2 of them in there. That's where they all are.
Yeah, that's a good pickup. Now.
Yeah, somebody they decided to install the new water softener in Volcano.
Oh, we got a Zeus Gauntlet. Not bad for your red mage now that he's promoted.
Yeah, also digging out a pro ring as well, and then just looking at all the stuff in here. There's a lot of nice gear to get you started. It would have been great to get in here at 20 minutes instead of an hour 10.
Yeah, because all this gear is pretty much useless to you now. Looks like we have Rojo trying to brack the squid here.
Now we're switching over to some nukes, and this squid doesn't have a lot of HP, so this is the right move.
No, this squid doesn't have a lot of chances here. Alright, and Rojo lights his second orb. Oh, it looks like we got Devio here checking out the Mirage Tower. Going for the big brain play. If the cube's here, you can keep going.
Well, you find a katana here, which is kind of the big brain play for the guy who's keeping the thief up.
Yeah, that's going to make the thief dangerous too, along with the fighter. So now you got 2 big hitters.
But this is still going to feel like a waste of time if you don't dig the cube out here. There's a Bane Sword as well. That'll help you if you're trying to do Brack strats. El Zilcho.
No cube. So that leaves us with Volcano, Keylock Marsh, Keylock Topher. No one's checked Keylock Topher yet either. I'm not even sure if anybody checked Keylock Northwest Castle, did they?
Not on our stream. We've had a lot of people skipping over the Keylock chest, which is kind of surprising. I mean, I know you got to do the Fiend dungeons, but you don't get any encounters checking those chests. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, once you got the airship, I mean, it's only a quick trip to each one. So.
All right, Darin has now arrived with key in hand, and there's the bottle for Rojo. Show twisting through the volcano here, still hasn't found anything.
Yeah, it looks like Devio's right behind him. Rojo going to check these chests here and get the big max chest money, but he's not going to get anything very good.
Yeah, it's interesting. Show and Devio have been kind of locked up this entire seed. We've seen runners break off and do other things, but they've been right on each other's heels. It would have been
There's
a good
only one chest left. If this doesn't turn out to be the cube, where do you go? Do you make a brain play and go back to something you missed? Because we know it's not in Mirage right now.
Yeah, I mean, Mirage has 20 chests, and then there's the key locks that you can do as well.
It's like Rojo might be key lock Topher maybe?
Yep, gets a pure potion for his trouble there.
And yeah, there was nothing in Volcano either, so we're still missing 2 ribbons. We're missing the cube. Could it be in Keylock Marsh?
Could it be in TFC?
That would be cruel. Lovely, but cruel. Looks like Show's about to take down Carrie here. He's going to put up some Invis too. Show Carrie a little bit of respect here, but I don't think he really should have been a Mazmoon.
Nah, I think this is kind of a 1-2 round and done, so should be all right here.
Yeah, this is a 2 and done right here.
Yeah, I know Show likes to take the more conservative approaches to these fights. So.
And Darin Royce is just going to punch a squid into submission here.
Kraken leaning out with damage poison, which is something we didn't see on a lot of other people's sides, but we got a fast and a temper and 2,000 damage. Oh boy.
Yeah, that'll take out a squid pretty quickly.
All right, so there's now just a large ink spot where there used to be a Kraken.
So now it looks like Show is going to do Earth, and he's going to full clear Earth and not come up with anything. So, man. I mean, Marsh is the only thing left on the table for Rojo, really, after these checks. There's a white shirt.
Yeah, white shirt's pretty nice. I mean, then you've got the question of maybe it's an Earth. Because we got a lot of people that just haven't done that dungeon yet either.
Yeah, I think Darin Royce full cleared it, him and Rojo, and nothing was there.
Yeah.
So right now it's looking like, from what we haven't seen Keylock Marsh, and we haven't seen TFC. That's the one in C.
Yeah, that about covers it. So, yeah, we know where it is, but it took us 4 people looking to know which of our 2 options we had left.
I'm a little curious here. I just want to check something out. Well, it looks like non-spoiler, but it's pretty interesting. Dwight, I think someone did check Keylock Northwest, yes. It's like Roger's going to turn in his bottle. Who's going to make the big brain play? I don't know. This is something else here, because Keylock Marsh is going to be the last place you're going to go.
Yeah, I mean, everybody I can tell is they're kind of making the logical plays right now, but once Show gets out of Earth, once Darin gets out of Volcano, what's next? You have a lot of good options.
Well, I mean, Show and Devio haven't been to TOF yet, Keylocked, or Northwest Keylocked, so they're probably going to check those first. And next Russian Bishop putting the spoiler out there. "20 runners," and that's what everybody's looking for. like, how often is it in Keylog Marsh, though? 2%, if that?
It's a pretty low percentage, but the fact that we could be looking at a double dip marsh is pretty crazy.
Well, we'll know when Show gets out of Earth or when Devio gets out of Volcano. Because we have Rojo going into ice to get his slab. Which we know just turns into a Thor's Hammer, so. Ice was non-required. Oh, if it's in TFC, that's the dream right now.
I mean, right now, we've kind of got the dream scenario for this. It's either in Keylock Marsh or it's in TFC, and to be honest, both of them are just awful. So who's gonna break first and make the gamble?
I mean, the thing is, you're an hour and 18 in. You've seen pretty much everything. As a runner, you gotta be looking for that done. You gotta figure someone made the brain play you didn't.
And let's be real here. We know how much people dislike both of those plays in this community. So it could be very well realistic that all 20 people, nobody made that gamble.
Yeah, like, nobody likes to go to Keylog Marsh, but Devio's out here, so let's see what he's going to do. Looks like he's going to check the Keylog here in Elfland. I mean, the first one to find that cube, they've got all the gear they need. They've got the spells. Most of them probably have the levels they need. I mean, you find that cube, it's just a race to the end.
Yeah, I mean, what's crazy is, as soon as that cube is found, it's going to be just a race through air. You're not even going to check a chest at that point.
No, like, this couldn't be any better. This is the dream scenario right now.
Yeah, question in chat, TFC. That's the nickname we give to the keylock chest in Sea Shrine. Because if something's in there, it takes you a long, long time to get there, and people don't feel too good about it.
Yeah, it stands for that something chest. The something we can't say on the air.
It's that friendly chest.
And Show just ran over a speed bump, it looks like, but he didn't do any damage to his car, so it's all good.
It's okay. There'll be a slightly larger one coming up.
Well, this is definitely interesting, though. Like, I don't know if, it looks like Rojo is looking at the Northwest Castle. And there was nothing, so it's got to be Keylog Marsh or TFC. But now, do the runners remember where they haven't been? Showing nuking some Grimps there. I think that's a little bit of overkill, but hey, when in Rome.
We see all these chest checks. Show's digging out the last three in Earth. Just the pit in his stomach growing there, and we've got there's a black shirt which is super nice to find. That time immunity that's no joke. Stop and Zapper floating around in Temple of Fiends.
Yeah, the more checks Devio and Show do right now, like you said, the more they're sinking into despair. Like, oh my god, do I have to go to Marsh?
Yeah, and if you think this is bad, imagine all the runners that didn't full clear, like they skipped one chest here, one chest there.
Oh, and people have flew through Earth because there's a few chests you normally wouldn't check that are out of the way.
Yeah, you skip Hairpin and Volcano. Maybe you don't want to take those two with the Frost Dragons and in Ice. What's going through your mind now?
Yeah, what's on your mind now, boys? I know what's on my mind. I'm so glad I won in week 6.
Yeah, this is proving to be pretty brutal.
Keeping a close eye on the sheet here. I don't see no air orb yet, so I guess we're still in the same situation. Alright, Devio is out of TOF, Keylock. Let's see what he does from here. Looks like he's making the depressing run to Marsh here. Alright, come on TFC. And you won't be scared of Marsh Cave now, but oh, Devio didn't clear the bottom of Marsh at all the first time he was here. So he's going to make all these other checks first.
Well, if Devio's got the key, that means he's gonna. Yeah, this kind of tilted the math in the favor of Devio here now.
Rojo's out of Sky with his disappointing way to go. He'll probably hit Volcano up next, I'd say. Here we go. Here's the key locked. Looks like Devio trying to remember where that one trap tile is that I hit every single time I go in this room. Two chest left edge. What do you think? What are you thinking?
Oh boy, is it gonna be TFC? The dream, the absolute dream.
I mean, you got to seem to figure somebody's done these checks already.
I mean, Show's even playing the numbers here. This is the right move numbers wise. It's just we know it's not going to pay out.
50-50, boys. Two chests left.
Oh no.
Is it the dream? All right, here we go.
All right, just a pack of fire hydrants in the way of the truth here. It's TFC. Oh my god. Oh no.
This is amazing. And you know people just have not checked that and are like, what haven't I checked?
No, it makes all the sense in the world. You know, you don't even think about it. Like you find the key on the left side, and you're like, I full cleared C. You didn't. You left the one behind. Do you want to go back for it though? Probably not. Move over, Canoe Gate. We have a new boondoggle in town. Cube and TFC.
Of all places, you would never expect it to be there.
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
So, right now, two of our runners have actually found it. Wow, and Show knows it's there, and Show is going for it. No, yeah, Show's going. I mean, your heart's gonna sink. Yeah, and Devio's gonna full clear Earth here, so that's gonna trip him. Darin is gonna get the bad news in Mirage that it's not there. And Rojo's doing fire now, so, or Volcano. All right, we do have one runner that has all 4 orbs lit, folks. So somebody is getting close to Topher. Can you imagine the interviews after this? So how many forfeits do you think we're going to see, Edge? 19?
Oh, you're going to see at least 10.
The screen is just going to light up. And show is in go mode at the 1 hour 28 minute mark.
Absolutely crazy, but show checked, I think, everything else except for Keylock Marsh, right?
Yeah, he didn't make the second trip into Marsh. He actually decided to go for TFC first. So basically for show now, it's a race to get Tiamat down and get into Topher. And Topher is the great equalizer, so if Topher's rough and Kraken's swinging like a madman, I mean, it still can be anybody's race. Or Chaos has nuclear nuke, zap, whatever.
Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. All of this could just lead to Darin being the one that's perfectly set up for Temple of Fiends.
I mean, you got, like, the rest of these guys got good levels, but all it takes is Kraken to come out swinging for 8 hits, 1100, and all the levels in the world ain't gonna help you. Show just gonna go mode all Mirage, or Sky, I would imagine. Ew, that's kind of a stupid trap tile to have right there. Unrunnable asps. Looks like Roger's going to check de-incentivized chest and fire. That would be incentivized if you were running a fire seed.
All right, show just tilting through Sky as fast as possible here. And yeah, we could see a 135 entrance into Temple of Fiends.
Still can't believe that cube was in TFC. I mean, every runner right now is going to be staring at that dot done, just looking for it.
It really was the perfect setup. You put the key on the other side of C. Like, this isn't a random seed. This is a plando. And boy, I think nearly everybody full cleared this. And even if you didn't full clear it, what'd you do? You left 3 in the basement in Marsh?
I guarantee you, that's pretty much it. Like you said, if you didn't full clear, there's 3 chests sitting in Marsh you didn't get. But I guarantee you, everybody picked up everything else. Because, yeah, the key was in the perfect spot to not go back to TFC. That's okay, adversary. But you're missing one heck of a race here.
This is gonna be one of the craziest seeds I have ever seen. I'm just in awe.
I've never seen a loose item in TFC. Like I've never had a seed with a loose item in TFC, and that is the one chest you are going to leave till the end, unless you have the key when you go in the seed.
It's just so hard for items to end up in that location, you know, and yet here we are. And show just blazing through air. 4 orbs lit. Here we go. He's got A4 potions.
He's going straight to go. TOFR. There's no stopping anywhere.
Yeah, he's gotta play this kind of aggressively. And the interesting thing is he's the only guy in the stream layout right now that has access to Cure 4.
Yeah. And he is one of 4 runners that is possibly in here right now. Ooh, Batman with Squint. It's not something you want to see. I think they got to be my most hated enemy in the game. Is the bad men.
Yeah, I just wish they're the biggest 9-pack. So when they get something nasty, you're guaranteed to see it.
Unrunnable gas dragons. Well, we're starting off good. Looks like Darin is getting some trouble here from the fire hydrants.
Yeah, down to the 2-man again. Rojo is about to get the bad news that hey, there's not a whole lot down here.
Devioxs just got the bad news that there is nothing he was looking for on Earth. Looks like these gas dragons have rolled pretty high too.
It's funny because we were talking about, all the runners taking all the crazy gambles in the world, and yet no one took the gamble to go back to check that one chest.
But I mean, that's like what, a 1 in a million gamble, honestly.
Yeah, and like I totally understand why no one did it, but everyone else did a bunch of other crazy gambles. None of them worked out. So the real best strategy through the seed looks like just play the numbers and full clear everything as efficiently as possible.
Or make, like you said, make the wild play. It's a 1 in 241 gamble. Well, actually, no, probably less because key items can't appear in Topher chests. That would have been the dream if it would have been in one of the validation chests.
All right, so Show one floor away from hitting the fiend floors, and seems to be in pretty good shape here. I don't know if Show went back to pick up life on the night, but he's got 2 life casters, so he should be all right in that regard.
Yeah, and these Germadusas, he does have a mage staff though, so he might get some good experience out of this if he doesn't run. Alright, folks. Show's coming across Lich 1, Lich 2. No respect. Not even healing, just walking right in. Gonna throw some nukes, light axe, and a swing with the massa. Lich fighting back with a Lit 2, and Show's just gonna put the big sword right in the heart of the carpet. Oh, I mean, someone's gonna be close, man. Your heart's gonna be racing a mile a minute if you're Show right now. You're on the precipice of it, but is somebody closer?
Yeah, who did that full clear just a little bit faster than you? Maybe somebody decided to skip out on Sky. Devio finding the bad news as well.
Devio's leaving Sky, or leaving C. Did they check TFC? I don't think they did.
See, yeah, Devio should have the cube, and Rojo should have it in a moment as well. Yep, there it is.
Oh, spicy. No finishers yet?
We have 2 so far.
Ah, right on. So I'm surprised we haven't seen more other things going on. Yeah, just one. Just the first winner. The first finisher gets into the plane race next week. So the other 19 are just playing for grins right now because their tournaments are over.
Oh, yeah. So I think we had 20 eligible, but a couple of people had to withdraw due to some issues at the last minute. So I don't know how many we've got going on the other channels, but we started with 20. I got my eye on IRC as well. I will let you know the standings as soon as show wraps it up. Although if you've got the other channels open, you probably already know.
But we're not going to spoil it anyway, just in case you don't. Yeah, and you got to respect the rest of these guys finishing this out for sure. Looks like Show's going to come across Kraken 2 in a second, which is normally the first gatekeeper you see.
Yeah, it's well, you got to consider as well. It's a pretty big race, so with 20 or with like 18 people, that's still a lot of good SRL points to get.
Yeah, that's true. If you're in for the SRL point, you're going to want to finish.
All right, Show with 600 health, pretty well armored, level 26. Here we go. Throwing the Invis 2s out, not even going to mess around with this guy.
Kraken coming out with Zap, misses everybody. Looks like Kraken rolled quite a bit of hit points, but nothing dangerous, just Quad X and Zap so far. Meanwhile, Devio and Rojo are making their way through Sky as fast as they can, and Darin Dries is about to pull carry. Alright, and Show is on to Tiamat floor, where he gets the Edward Party Pack. Darin Dries lights their third orb.
Hey, Rojo pulls a defense sword out of the greed chests in Sky. I think that's the first time we saw somebody go for those. So having ruse on your ninja, pretty solid.
Sorcerers with Thunder taking out the Thief on Devio's side.
Yeah, Thunder is one of those spells that even if you have a ribbon, it's just you hate to see it. It just does so much damage.
Meanwhile, Show is taking on Tiamat here. Big swing from the stick, 10 hits, 800 and some. Like Show trying to decide what he's going to do. He's going to heal up a little bit, temper up that fighter some more, and probably going to take Tiamat's head off here. Alright, and Show is on to the big feller. But first, Worms with Ice 2. You ever see a worm cast Ice 2?
Once.
Would suck to be a fisherman, though, if you had to put a worm on a hook cast an Ice 2.
No, I mean, what if you're an ice fisherman? You don't even feel it then.
That is true. That is true. Alright, and Show's about to pull Chaos at the 1 hour 41 minute mark. Fiends didn't seem to have too much. Looks like he's just going to put up some defenses, power bonk his fighter, and fast. Chaos doing a bit of chip damage with some lightning too. Show getting up those invis charges, the power bonk, fasting on his fighter. So we'll see where he goes from here. Is he going to put up more defenses, or is he just going to come out swinging? Is he going to come out swinging? Gonna temper up his fighter some more, troll some more invis too, temper. And we have a Warmax sighting, and well, we had a Warmax sighting.
Yeah, Rojo decided to take on the robot chicken.
Show swinging away with that massive 8 hits, 800 damage to Chaos.
I almost said rubber chicken, but I guess he was a rubber chicken this seed. He went down like a sack of potatoes.
Show hitting Chaos for a grand. Chaos still standing. Couple of nukes going out for 131, 146. Chaos still laughing away. Looks like he's going to cast Life too. Oh, Chaos with nuke. Taking down the Black Mage and the Red Mage, but Show finishing it off with the sword. Get your GGs out in chat, folks, for Show. The first runner on our stream to finish.
Yeah, GG Show finishing with a time of 1:43.02. Unfortunately, only good enough for fifth. We had a lot of pretty close finishes around the 1:35 mark. So get your GGs out for Show, and then I will take you through the current status.
All right, we got Darin just going through Earth. What did he miss in Earth, I wondered? He's gone back to check.
Yeah, I wonder if he skipped a couple of chests and thinks, he's not thinking about going back to TFC. But to sort of wrap things up here, as Rojo enters Temple of Fiends at the 144 mark, Lord Fizzlebeef is your LCQ victor with a time of 1:35.23.
GG's to Fizzlebeef.
Yeah, immediately after that, like you called it, Gregory forfeit, Ragnarok threw in the towel. Ailmarkin finished 2 minutes behind with a 1:37.26. And then Burt Reynolds another minute behind at 1:38.12.
Yeah, I'm not surprised a few people are throwing in the towel, because there's a few people that don't really care about the SRL points.
Yeah, and then in fourth place was the Real Super Pleb, finishing out at a 1:40.19. And looks like High Spirits is also thrown in the towel. So that's going to end it's going to end his tournament run. So I'm sure he's going to be taking it out on some of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer folks.
Yeah, that cube being buried in TFC really sunk a lot of people. No Roadhouse, Broadster. Roadhouse is going down next week.
And now we've got another forfeit. Cyranus also thrown in the towel. So yeah, I think everybody finding their cubes and just being not feeling really up to it at this point.
Looks like Darin Dryce is going back into C, so he's probably going to check TFC to get his cube. Looks like we might be able to get Fizzle in here to give the fans a little insight about how his run went. Yo, Show, that cube, eh? That cube put the halt on a lot of people. All right, Rojo is going to be coming up across carry 2 pretty soon. I don't know. Oh, we might be going to check the chest down here. Oh, look at that. A ribbon in the chest on the carry floor.
Rojo's going to check everything. We're curious now. Yeah, it's interesting. We've cleared so many chests, and yet we only found one ribbon.
Yeah, so where would that put the second ribbon?
Hey, we're joined by Show right now. GG.
Thanks. Wow. that cube.
That was... I don't think you could draw up a better setup, could you?
Oh, man. Because what was that? Key was loose in C, and then you would have to go back to TFC or whatever. Because what was incentivized in slab? Oh my god!
Yeah, like he had so much other stuff to check, like that one chest, that kind of the sticking point there.
Yeah, but I mean, it makes sense. It is C week. Oh
yeah, three incentives in C.
Just like, come on. but
Looks like Rojo is doing the full clear here.
Yeah, Rojo wants to open every chest at this point, and he found the second ribbon on the carry floor.
wow, 3 red mages. Well, that's a lot of nukes.
Yeah, he had a lot of nukes.
Actually, this seed would have played well to Maya's 4 red wizard strats.
Yeah, we were wondering if somebody was going to do that. Rojo was kind of closest with his 3 red mages, and we're joined by the LCQ winner himself, Lord Fizzlebeef. GG.
GG's.
I can see you lit up, but I can't hear what you're saying.
Telepathy.
just think it to us. We'll get it.
Alright, we got Devio taking on carry 2. Carry 2 would stop hitting a few, but not going to be much of a problem here.
Wow, the rest of the ribbons on carry floor. What the heck?
Yo, GG, Fizzle.
All right. Discord being Discord, we'll give it a try in a minute.
What you think of, if you want to type out in chat, how about that cube, eh? I think that's going to be like
Hello?
talk in Discord.
Oh, we got you now.
Hey,
Hey, GG's.
GG, man. That was a trip.
It's a nice plando, huh?
So was TFC the last chess you checked as well, Fizzle?
So, yeah. I don't know how many people that are finishing are in the opened literally everything other than Sky and Topher Club, but
we've got somebody that is opening has opened a few more chests. We found both ribbons on the carry floor that were unaccounted for. And yeah, defense sword was in the greed chest in Sky. But yeah, other than that, congratulations on opening every other chest.
So I'm guessing most of Sky didn't get opened at this point.
I opened the 4 Sky Greed chests. That's all I opened.
So yeah, the team speed and power looks pretty good when you get Night Learnable Life and level 1 nuke.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what was your party comp, Fizzle, just in case people didn't get to actually see your stream?
So I ran Fighter Thief Red Black, and as is tradition, I danned the Thief after Marsh. Like, I did Marsh top first, got the canal, bounced. And then as I'm interacting with this encounter table, like, there's no real good run at the beginning, at least as far as I could find. There was slot 8 at the beginning, which I had a lot of blue stake today. That was neat. But, like, there were several just terrible stretches of just like 12 encounters in 5 steps. So I between that and Ninja Learnable Nuke Fast and Temper, I actually brought the Thief back up and got him to, I think, level 24 compared to the rest of the party 26, 27.
Alright, we got Rojo fighting Kraken 2 here. Gonna toss out some nukes, temper up his ninja. Meanwhile, Darin Dryce about to pull Tia 1. And it looks like Devi's going to pull Tia 1 as well, I do believe. Well, Darin Dryce took care of Tia 1 easy enough. So it doesn't look like Topher had anything too scary. I mean, Chaos did have a nuke at the end. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
No, my Chaos lived like 3 rounds tops.
Yeah, mine got nuke in, I think, round 2.
Mhm.
And then, but I was, Chaos had so little defense. Just, I was hitting them for like 1k. It was like, wow.
Yeah, my round 1 was Fast Temper Swing with like 27 Mazza Knight. Round 2 was Temper Swing. And then round 3 was Swing Nuke. And then down went Chaos.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting a Masview check. Rojo is just is the cartographer for the seed, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, meanwhile, Devio is going into the Chaos fight now, but Rojo playing to the people, gonna check all the chests. Devio doing a few victory laps around the pillars, and he is going to pull. He's going to do something funny over here. Roach taking a long walk. I mean, we haven't seen the dragon armor or the AGA shield.
It's not the dragon armor.
Yeah, that was in the same chest as the room as the Excal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I must have missed that. Meanwhile, we got Devio pulling Chaos. Looks like he's just going to fast up that fighter with Massa, throw some Invis 2 charges out, and the defense sword. Chaos comes out swinging for 108 on his Thief. Devio's going to get his insurance policy up. Invis 2, white shirt, fast on his fighter.
Huh. Wonder where that white shirt was.
I found it. I don't remember where.
Oh, probably Sky somewhere.
Was not Sky.
Okay, well, that's weird because I checked everything except for Locked Marsh and
That white
Locked
shirt.
River.
The white shirt happened to be in, I do believe it was an Elfland Keylocked.
That sounds
I
right.
didn't check there. Okay. Did I check there? I guess I didn't check there. I thought I checked there.
Nope, Keylocked Elf Castle had it.
All right, so we have our 6th place finisher right now, Jay Coper, coming in under the 2 hour mark with a 154.11.
Looks like Devio's going to be right behind him here, piling the nukes into Chaos. Chaos kind of with Blaze, taking down one of his warriors, but there goes Chaos for Devio.
Hey, GG Devio.
Yeah, what was in the Mazda chest? We didn't get to see it. I think it went by kind of quick.
GG Devio. 7th place with a 154.59.
Wote spoken me. I'm being called elsewhere. So, quick final thoughts before I bail. This is the seed that everyone fears and hates and wishes for, and you get to experience all of those emotions when it finally happens.
Yeah, and you get to experience all those motions again in the play-in race. So good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, Rojo going to take down Tia 2 here. Meanwhile, Darin Dreiss is making his way through Topher as well. So looks like we should have 2 more finishers in our channel fairly quickly. Ooh, that ninja, 12 hits, 1,003. Some hot stuff right there. All right, Rojo going to do a very slow victory lap here. A real car out, pleaser, that fella.
All right, and another update coming in. Guelph 35 finishing in 8th place with a time of 156.37. So, I mean, give credit to a lot of these runners here for basically doing a full clear minus Temple of Fiends and Sky. These are some pretty solid times.
Yeah, for this seed, for what they went through and everything they cleared, sub 2 hours is like extremely good. I mean, the early game was really fast, though. Some people were in the air early.
Yeah, like, I was surprised how early I was in the air. So, I mean, taking that, kind of gambling on that crystal or turn in or whatever quest chain, and it got us the floater. It's like, all right, cool. And so having like a class change before I was like level 10 was pretty nice. That actually happened today in my practice, in an offline practice. And I was in the air, and I was like class change at like level 5.
All right, Rojo's got his defenses up. Now he's just tempering up that ninja with the Massa. Going to take us swings. Oh, no, he's not swinging the Massa, I don't think.
He's swinging the katana.
Oh, we gotta see the big crits here. See 12 hits for 868.
Yeah, like 900 tempers on a guy. Oh, 12 hits, 1,700.
How high can we go?
Let's hope Chaos doesn't pull out that nuke.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got Cure 4, though, I think.
He's at 400 plus. Yeah, I think you were the only person that had Cure 4 as well.
Oh, I mean, it was learnable.
There we go. Rojo finishes off Chaos.
Nice.
Well, now
Rojo with the full clear.
100%.
It's going to be interesting to see how many chests he checked. Because I think all he missed would have been Sky. He could have done the naked Chaos.
Oh, Darin already punching through Tiamat here.
Yeah, Darin went with the black belt strats. He found the eye tile and took his grind to 32.
Yeah,
I mean,
Darin was also I think the last one on our stream to take to the air. So I think it was just one of those calculated gambles. I gotta level up the black belt because if Topher's not bad, well, I'm gonna lose anyway.
Only 168 chests checked. Seems like he would have checked more than that.
I'd probably reset out of a lot of them.
Looks like Darin Rice is doing a major victory lap here.
I mean, that eye tile, I was like, ooh. Yeah, that was nice to kind of grind up to I think it grinded up to 20 or something. And then I accidentally pressed up.
Everybody on our stream pretty much stopped there and did a grind for sure. Alright, Darin Rice pulling Chaos. I think he's just going to punch him into submission here. No, warping's going to work.
I've done that before. Casting warp and
Gonna get the fast off. Oh, the big punch. 14 hits, 676, not bad.
That's pretty good. Let's see what it is with 3 more tempers.
yeah.
Well, he's just all out offensive now. He's not even tempering up anymore.
Just fight. Who cares?
Well, he's got a Sun Sword of Massa, Katana, and a black belt punching like a beast. I mean, you might as well just attack away.
Hold A to win.
It's 16 hits for 710. Yeah.
There it is, folks. Get your GGs out for Darin Rice.
Oh, Darin Rice finishing 11th with a time of 2 hours 57 seconds, right behind Paranoia with a 2:01:03.
Do we have any runners left running right now?
Yeah, there are, I think, still a couple more going.
This was one seed to remember, though.
Yeah, we're joined by Darin right now. GG.
Thank you. Good job, show.
Oh, thank you. GG to you. That was a seed. A rough one.
Yeah, it felt good until I realized I skipped the chest that I needed.
I definitely had to dive back into to C to go get that, which was funny because the key and the slab and of course the cube in that chest. 3 items in C. True water floor or water C weak or whatever.
Well, Darin Rice, you can take solace in the fact that 19 other runners did the same thing as you.
Oh, I believe it, but that was just it's one of those things. If I had gone back, I wonder where I would have been, especially with as many as I skipped in Earth on the way, because I just, I was going to run a black belt and I was going to skip some chests and I was just going to play a little loose, and it almost worked out.
Whoever would have went back in to check TFC after getting the key would have won. That hands down.
Yeah, it's just how do you make that call? It's just so hard.
Yeah, that'd be a 1 in a million play. I couldn't see anybody making that play. And if you did, it's like you're the master. Just here, you win the tournament. I don't even want to see you anymore.
And we're also joined by Rojo right now. GG.
GG's.
Thank you.
Good
GG
job,
as well.
Rojo.
Yeah, Rojo with the full clear, the fullest of full clear, is the only person that had 3 ribbons.
That was the most amazing carry 2 floor I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the 2 ribbons and shoot everything, man.
Yeah, that was definitely a loaded carry 2 floor.
But yeah, so take us through your party comp. It looked like you were going with a lot of gamble in your heart right at the start.
Yeah, I mean, originally, I think if we were being broadcast at the time, you'll see that I was going to go fight a rainbow, but I was like, you know what? There's like 20 people in this race. I'm probably not going to win anyway. So why don't we just have a little fun with it? And I just, I got really lucky when Nuke was level 1, obviously.
Yeah, Nuke 1 life at 2 seemed to line up pretty well for a red mage heavy party.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, we didn't get our wish spell-wise, because we were kind of hoping you'd be rough at the start, but we got the dream and where that cube landed.
Oh my god. You see, as soon as I saw I was like, an hour and a half in and nobody had finished yet, or maybe slightly before, I was like, you know what? I bet there's something somewhere terrible. That's why I went back to Marsh to check the key lock, and then of course, the good old is that the TFC?
Yes, the good old TFC.
Of course.
So my question is, how many war mechs did you guys find?
Just one.
0.
I got to fight 2 of them. They were actually pretty easy tonight, though.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
seen you take down one, I think, just off one swing in a Mazda, I think.
Yeah, it was more like worse snack.
Yeah, it was. Although I had such high levels at that point, it didn't matter. I was going to kill anything, but that was kind of nice to kill 2 war mechs.
Yeah, he was made out of tinfoil tonight there. There was no metal.
Oh, and that ping means we're joined by Devioxs. So GG to you as well.
GG, man.
Ooh, gang's all here now.
Yeah, so Devio, when did you first think about going back for that lock chest?
Well, that was the last location I think that it was possible to go. So never, essentially.
Yeah, that was. I think everybody was just in the same boat. Just you couldn't have planned to set up better. I think.
Yeah, the sneaky key on the Kraken side was that's pretty mean. Like, who's gonna go back in there? And it's not gonna be like the last dungeon you clear or anything like that,
I'm fairly surprised that people didn't go Kraken side first, like a lot of runners normally do. But I suppose with C being incentivized, it probably would pay to go the other way first, I guess.
I thought about it for a moment, and then I was like, well, there's the location on Mermaids, and so I can pick that up and at least know like how things are going to shape up as I go, afterward I go to Kraken, because I know like chances are I'm going to need to check that anyway. But I thought about it, but I decided not to.
Yeah, whenever it's sea week or that water incentive, that changes the whole dungeon for me. Otherwise, I usually plan on not going to Mermaids.
Yeah, I have to think that that's the right call, especially because there's so many other chests in Mermaids, and it was kind of an early check for a lot of people as well. So anything that you could find gear-wise could help you beat Kraken on the other side. I can't fault anybody for routing the way they did.
I think at that moment I was still light on equipment, relatively speaking, but I don't really remember all that well. I think I might have had the Sun Sword as my best weapon then.
Oh wow.
Where was Massa at?
Massa, it was in
Ice Cave.
Ice Cave?
was it Ice Cave? Yeah, okay, yeah.
The 6-pack chest in Ice Cave.
Yeah, I did Ice Cave shortly after, I think. That 6-pack always has something.
I for the first time in my life noped out of Ice Cave as soon as I got the incentive.
I mean, yeah, near the end, it was like, you had to basically just need to finish up those checks, and then found out that the last item was loose, and just made all the wrong decisions. But I'm sure everyone tried to make the decisions that were most like statistically going to pay off, and that's probably what bit everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a lot of gambles with the order in which dungeons were done, but eventually everybody met up and kind of checked that one last. I know, Darin, you went into Earth and cleared that out pretty early.
Yeah, I was figuring on checking trap tiles, and I had the stuff to keep going, so I figured I might as well.
Yeah, sometimes you can get a sneaky grind with the black belt down in those on floor 4. So again, if you're going with that strategy, I can't fault you either.
Like the cheeky play that I did was going into Marsh Locked before Earth. I thought that was like, I have the key. Maybe it's pointing me here. And I'm also thinking like, well, there's that chest and see, and I had like when I finally went back to see when there was nothing else to check, I had to check it first because I mean, come on.
Oh boy. So I think that's gonna wrap up this stream on RPG Limit Break. So I just want to say thanks again to Sil for doing the restream, Russian Bishop and Dwight for doing the tracking. And let's get some final thoughts in here, starting with you, Devio.
Man, I like early on, I really felt like it was possible I was like taken off, but that it all came down to that cube, and that's how it goes sometimes. Honestly, I'm kind of glad to be out of the tournament. I can relax a little bit and just play for fun a little more. So.
All right, and Rojo.
I don't know. GG everybody, I guess. And I said it before in my last 1v1 race, but thanks to everybody who's been working their butts off, getting all the crew together and everything, and doing commentary for all this, because I know it's a lot of work. And yeah, I don't know, it's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of the tournament shakes out.
All right, thanks, Rojo. Darin?
Yeah, thanks to everybody who was helping out again, and it was a lot of fun. I think my favorite match was actually against Hangry Canuck, like last week, and we got to do some crazy stuff, and it's been a fun tournament, and I was really excited to get into this match and just to be here. So yeah, thanks for everybody for watching as well. All
right, and Show.
Yeah, again, same thing like the other guys. Thanks for all the channels for hosting us and doing the awesome things with the tournament, the organizers. Definitely looking forward to the rest of the tournament and future events. Now that I'm in the Iron Goal thing, looking forward to doing some more of those crazy stuff. And of course, the usual shenanigans. The late night shenanigans will probably make a return. So, but yeah, thank you. And I had a lot of fun and looking forward to more events in the future.
All right, and thanks to all of you for entering the tournament. GG to all of you. I hope we can see you again in another event in the future. All right, Hangry, you want to take us home?
Yeah, sure, if you want. It's always been a pleasure, Edge, commentating as usual. Thank you to our restreamer Silverfire, our trackers Dwight Deshotel and ex-Russian Bishop, as well as our runners, Devioxs, Darin Dries, Rojo, and Shofukumachi. I am the Hangry Canuck. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and I hope you all have a very pleasant evening, and I hope you never play this game again.